seminar of an hour altogether, and we'll be sharing or discussing on phonology this morning. Phonology. It's important that we understand what phonology is all about. And all right. Then the emphasis of the discussion this morning will be common errors in phonology. Common errors in phonology. The reason why I needed to write on the board is that there would be some symbols which I would be mentioning. It's good you see them, and it's good you pay attention to understand them too. Is that taking place? All right, so let me just put little things on the board.
We don't even know you.
Sorry.
I just see you.
All right. So, sorry, I needed to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Chris Wigglesworth. Let me just put that on the board, please. All right. So that's my name, please. Mr. Chris Wigglesworth. Chris Wigglesworth. Chris. All right.
Then, what are my people you are pushing?
I will need to know any of us here. I will need to know any of us. I don't know. You are an instructor in which class and which level? Which cadre? Any of you? Let me start from you.
My name is Mrs. Adamasi Mukipa, taking business study in
Please, can we hear you?
My name is Sherifata. I'm a class teacher from my team.
My name is Mrs. Marina Adam, class teacher from my team. My name is Annie Sali, a class teacher in Module 2.
Fine.
My name is Abraham Ian. I'm a play class teacher.
A louder voice.
My name is Mrs. Bukizo. I'm a class teacher from Module 2.
Good. These are people that need their friends.
My name is Salim M. Nasir Kiri, computer teacher.
My name is Amin Abubakar, and I'm agri teacher.
Agri? It is agri?
Yes. Agri, yes.
Okay, good.
My name is Ali Muhammad Sabo, taking biology geography SS.
My name is Muhammad Adam, I'm an English teacher.
Wow.
My name is Amadou Awaka, taking physics and mathematics.
Come.
My name is Ayam Isiam, I'm also a teacher.
Also teaching. Wonderful. But the essence of this introduction is that despite your field, the cadre you take, we all communicate in what? In English. Right? Even the mathematician, okay, communicates in English. Without English, your student wouldn't understand what you're saying. All right? So, whichever subject or whichever cadre you take, okay, we all need this, okay? Because this is the foundation of all, okay? So we need to get this right, and that's why we are here this morning. All right, so let's start with common errors in phonology. But before we go ahead in the common errors, it's very important we know what phonology is all about, okay? Phonology simply means the study of the sound in languages. The study of the sounds in languages, which means all languages, or all language, so to say, has its what? Its sound study, right? All the languages so far, either Hausa, French, Yoruba, you know, mention them. Igbo, they have their phonology terms. That is, they have their accent, they have their intonation, they have their phonemes, that is letter sound, okay? And as well in English language, okay, which we use to communicate all other subjects. Call it biology, call it computer, and all that. You use English to communicate. All right, so there are rules guiding the English we speak day by day. There are letter rules that we need to understand in order to communicate effectively and appropriately. Is that taking place? All right, so that will take us to some of this. And also, like we had some of the instructors saying they are instructor in the nursery, instructor in the primary. We all need this, okay? Because our children need to know how to pronounce letters. They need to know how to cut two letter way, right? So we need this. All right, so that takes us to phonics, okay? Phonics is the ability to read, to write. Is that taking? The learning of reading and writing, that's phonics. All right, so now let's look at common errors we do have. Please, we'll be seeing some symbols here. Okay.
Antar kayak kina gani sosai kuwa ba ki matso gaba ba. Okay.
Please, is it clear on the board? Yes. Okay, good. Do we not see why we needed to write? Because I can just be saying everything vaguely now, we wouldn't understand what I'm saying. Okay, so, but now that we have it on the board, we can refer back to them, right? Good. So please, let's look at the common errors we do have in English. Now, this sound is called the S sound. Everybody say eh? Good. That's an S sound. Alright, so this sound could be written this way or this way. That's what I put or. Okay? It indicates that in some dictionary, let's say Chambers Dictionary, right? You find the S sound written this way. But in Michael West, in Oxford Dictionary, you find the E written this way. Depending on the type of dictionary you use. Alright, so these letters beside indicates that the sound is generated by these letters. Alright, so the common errors now we do have in the sound, which is the phonology, okay, is that these letters here, we call them to be O sound. Well, you could call it Nigerian English. That's right. British English wouldn't call it to the O sound, neither the American English. Okay? So, UR is S sound, OR is S sound, but on a condition. Whenever you have the OR, okay, and before the OR you have W, okay, so that forms the S sound. That gives you the S sound. But if there's any other letter inside this, then it becomes O sound. Is that taking place? So it is not S sound because you have W. So in other way, you have to call it to be what? Where, right? Where, not walk, right? So when you have K to E, you call it what? Work. You're right. Okay, so why we are here is that we need to show our word example, right? And that's why we're here. So now, this is work. If you have any other letter here, let's say D, gives you what? Word. As simple as that. So we have difference between word and word, not word. Are we together? You have a word where you have the patient, right? And this is word. You speak it every day. Alright? So, that is that. Now, the UR. Usually you have word that begins this way. What do you call it? S. Right? We say it's S sound, right? S. You have this one. You say what? Nes. You have this one. You say what? Nazari. Okay? Or you say Nazari. Is that taking place? Yes. So you have this one, you say what? Pe what?
Pepper.
Pe what?
Pepper.
Peppers. Or peppers. Okay? Peppers. Okay, peppers. You're right. Okay, you call this one what? Fe what? Feather. Okay? Feather. Okay? Good. So please, let's pay attention. Now, you have this one, EAR. EAR also gives you the S sound. For instance, you say what? What do you call it? Hand. Hand, right? Good. What? Hand. E-A-R-N. What do you call this one? Learn. Is that taking place? Yes. Learn. Okay. The past tense would be what? Learned, right? Good. And so on and so forth, right? So you call this one what? What do you call it? What do you call it? Someone say half. Say half. Half. It's not head. Okay?
It's what?
It's oh my God. Okay, please, let's not bite our tongue, okay?
Sir, please, what did you call that?
We're still dealing with the common errors. You see it now. Just pay attention. Okay. Okay. These are the common errors we need to get right. Okay. Usually you call this one. See. Are we together now?
Yes.
These are the common errors. Now, usually you say what? Teeth. What? Teeth. Teeth what? Teeth. Teeth, right?
Yes.
That's wrong. It's wrong. Okay? It's wrong. Now, this is the right sound for it. The T is F. The TH you call teeth. It's not teeth. It's teeth.
Teeth.
Yes. No. So this one you call barao, or what do you call this one? Is what? You now call this one what?
Teeth.
It's a thief.
Thief. Hey.
It's a thief. Are we together, please?
Yes.
We're not cracking joke here, okay? Now, this TH, Nigerian English call it T. It is wrong. It is F sound, not T sound. Get it right. So, most of the spellings that end with TH you call T. It's not T, but rather what? F. And that's why you say what? Thief. Are you a thief? Yes, sir. No, I'm not. You stole? You didn't. Alright, so you call this one what? We have time for questions.
Okay.
Just keep writing your question down, okay? Please. So what's the question?
The TH in the word thief.
Thief, good.
How did you pronounce it?
You call this one thief.
Thief.
Thief. Thief.
Say thief. Thief. F sound, not T sound.
Okay.
Is that taken, please? Thief.
Thief.
Tooth. Toothpaste, right? Are you getting it now? You don't need to open your mouth to what?
Not tooth. It's tooth.
Say toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Not. Say tooth. Good. Paste.
Paste.
Good. Toothpaste. Are we together?
Yes.
So, yes. Pronunciation of what?
X.
X. Is it X? E-A-R-T-H. Okay, good. This is F. Where you are right now? Yeah, good. It was on F, okay? You see, the question will drag our time back. I only have 1 hour to spend. Okay, so maybe I will have 15 minutes for us to ask any question. Relevant, irrelevant. Let's go ahead and ask, okay? So that we won't drag ourselves back. We are still on this, right? We've done with this, right?
Yes. No, sir.
Are we clear with this? No. We're going one after the other, please. Are we clear with this now?
Yes.
Okay, now let's come to this. But these are the common errors, please.
Yes,
it means that we need to change we need to correct the wrong, right?
Yes.
We use this one. We don't make mistake of this. But we don't use this one. We don't use this. And that's why we have the mistake. The errors we're talking about. So it's high time we start using them. Okay? Good. Now, another note you need to take is this sound is dynamic. It is dynamic in the sense that you can call it R sound.
You can call it, sir?
As an R sound.
Awesome.
It could be R sound or air sound. For instance, we said this is what? we say this is what? F. It could be what? Half. Is that taking place? Do you understand now? We say this is what? N. We could call it hand. I'm handing some money today. Are we communicating? Hand, yes. A-N. So that's homophones, right?
Yes.
Same sound, different meanings. Okay, that is phonology. Alright, so we come to this one too. This one is also an R sound, but these are the letters that gives you the R sound. You have O, U,
Excuse
R.
me, sir. You not differentiate between that. Is it?
The S sound?
No. The other one, downwards.
Vu.
TH.
No. We say one after the other.
I thought that you are going to differentiate between
the first one.
You would. We'll come back to it, okay? Just let's go this way. We'll come back to that. Alright, this one is the R sound, right? Now, these are the letters that gives you the R sound. I said this sound is dynamic. You can see the S sound is becoming R here. The reason why it's R sound because it has no colon. When it has colon, it becomes S sound. Is that taking place? So this is now an R sound. You can see O-U-R, O-R, E-R, I-T-Y, M-E-N-T. Gives you the R sound. It means that wherever you have these letters spelled, you should call them an R sound. Never an O sound. The mistake we Nigerians made is that we call the S sound to be O sound, the R sound to be O sound. And that's why we don't even know when we are saying walk or wake. How can you tell me what walk? I don't understand what you're saying. Alright, so now let's get it right here. This is O-U-R. Whenever you have these letters, at the end of any spelling, it gives you the R sound. Is that taking? It gives you the R sound. At the end of any spelling, it gives you the R sound. For instance, you say what? You say what? Flower? Lama. Simple English. You say what? Color. Simple English. Or what? Honor. Or Anna. Is that taking? Simple English. You're communicating. So when you say, oh no, I don't understand. It's not English. Favor? No. Someone said, I heard someone say favor. Okay, good. You're right. So let's move to the next one. We are advanced learners, right? So we should be able to get things ahead. Alright, this is OR. It means that whenever you also have the same rule applicable to this. When you have OR, ending your spelling becomes an R sound. As simple as that. The same rule applicable to this. This one we don't make mistake of this. Sister. Paper. Brother. Huh? Yes. Brother. Not brother. Alright, so ER. ER gives you the R sound. The same rule applicable to this. The OUR, when it ends your spelling, is R sound. The OR, when it ends your spelling, is R sound. But here in Nigeria, we say OR is O. Doctor.
Communicator.
You just hear it talk. What is talk? I don't know. Alright, so let's pay attention. Now, let's look at this one, OR. You say what? Say what? Taylor. Give me one other example. You have what? Say what? Sailor. You're speaking in English. Are you a sailor? Sailor. Are we together? Okay. So you could have this one. What do you call it? That's not an Hausa language, you know that? You're speaking English. That's motor. How many motors do you have? I have 5 motors. I have just 1 motor. That's an English. Okay, the same rule applicable to this, please. Okay, ER, ending your spelling. Now, this one, very important. I-T-Y. Not E-T, but rather what? Hearty. Yes. Hearty. When the letter ends this way, you don't say heaty, you say hearty. So it is now called responsibility.
Community.
Quality. Are we together? So you now say
So now, sir, the I
quantity.
The I turns to A.
Yes.
The I
turns to A.
Not I.
Community.
Are we together now?
Yes, sir.
But are we following? Are we getting? But when you are using this sound, it looks old school, right?
Yes.
But that is the right English. Now they tend it to be E sound. It's never an E sound. So when you are transcribing now, you put it to be R sound. Is that taking place? Alright, so this will help us to do transcription as well by identifying the symbol. Then you put it where it ought to be. Is that taking place? Now, looking at this one too, the symbol applicable. Good. Man.
Maintaining this program.
Yes.
How can we pronounce?
We're going to have time for your questions. I have just
I
one hour.
have to solve this problem.
Yes, sir.
How can I pronounce flower?
Flower is flower. There's what we call the ow sound. Sorry, there's an ow sound. And that's what you have there. This one. It's in the dictionary. Ow sound. Letter OU gives you the ow sound. Is that taking place? That's why you need to say flower, not floor. I don't know such English.
Or flat.
Not flat. It's a flower.
F-L-O-U-R is what?
F what?
F-L-O-U-R.
That's what I'm saying.
F-L-O-U-R. This is floor.
No.
Not
O-U-R.
F-L-O-U-R.
And here, this is flour. Flour. You use it to prepare pancake, right?
W-E-R. F-L-O-W-E-R.
Yes, homophones.
It's the same flower.
Same sound. Different meanings. Is that taking place?
No floor.
So it is flower, different spellings, same sound. Are we together? That's homophones, right? Are we clear with that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So can we move to this one?
Yes, sir.
Now, the E-M-E-N-T. Usually you call it ment. There's no English as such, okay? You call it ment. You say statement. You say announcement.
Government.
You say government, not government. Government. Nigerian government is bad. Nigerian government is good. Are we together? Environment. Not N. In. That E is still in. The way you call this one, you can't say English. You say what? In. So it means that whenever you have EN, you say in, not N. So you say encourage. Is that taking place? Not N. Enlarge. Exchange. Not X. Are we together?
Yes.
Alright, so this is set to right?
Yes.
Let's move to this one. Now this one we don't make mistake on this, but we make mistake on this SU. Now this is a G sound. We're talking about phonemes now. Can we see that we are now breaking down the phonology? Yes. The phonology includes phonemes, phonics, stress syllables, intonations, accents. Now we're not here to learn British English or American English. Well, this is talking about accent anyway. But some of this speech I've been making now, we are interwoven some of them. But you know, it's good you understand. It's British English. Okay? We're speaking British English. Please. Alright, so this one now is G sound. Okay? This is a symbol for the G. You have this letter giving you the G sound. We know this one, letter J. It's always G, the sound. That now letter SU gives you the G sound too. But we don't understand sometimes. We call it to be what sound? Someone says so. Alright, so, but it's not so. Usually you call it to be jaw. It's not jaw, it's ja. The U is R sound, okay? The U is R sound. That takes me there. Alright, so now you say, when you have letter SU ending your spelling, or before ending the spelling is ja. Okay? So you say what? Major. Simple. Play what? Major.
Vision.
V what? Vision. You have that one here. We are going to come to that. Please, let's wait. Stranger. Let's not be faster than us.
But what if the SU is at the beginning of the word?
If the SU is at the beginning, okay, is sa.
Then how will you pronounce SUE?
Let me finish with what we're doing here.
What of people want to say son?
Please, we can't learn this way. Let's finish what we have as a syllabus, right?
Yes, sir.
Are we jotting at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, we have, this is G sound, this is G sound, but the symbols are different. You have D before the Z, something like Z, right? Okay. Now, this is G. Now, the letter given to you here is different from this. Okay, you have J, you have SU. Now, this is also G. You have DU giving you the G sound. You have SI giving you, and you have SU giving you the G sound. Yes. Now, for instance, you said this one, pro what? Procedure. Is that taking? No, procedure. Are we taking? Are we getting it now? Procedure. Meaning process, right? Now, this one, SI, giving you, whenever you have SI, okay, ending your spelling this way, you have SION. Let's take it this way. You can see SI is your G sound here. This is your AN. So you say Jan. You say Vision. Vision. Say Vision. Vision. Good. Or you say Vision. Vision. Let's see. It's going to be very interesting. Now you see, let's see why it is Jane or Jan. Usually, what do you call this one? Person. What? Person. Right? That's British English. Person, person, American. This is pe. This is son. You know this is son. Your own is our son. And that's why you say son, person or person. Now you could call it in as well. This ON ending your spelling could be in. And that's why you say person. So it's either you say vision or what? It's vision. So you can make your choice. I call it vision. I have a good vision. I have a good dream, a goal to achieve, right? Yes. So yours could be vision. Okay. And they also love to say vision, region, right?
Yes. So the Hausa man is really right.
Absolutely. You follow the song. All right. So where are we now? We are through with this, right?
Yes.
Now, pleasure. You can see SU. Pleasure. Pleasure. Major. Is that taken?
Yes.
Treasure. Good. Treasure. Alright, so you are following. Fast learners. I love that. Now, this is our sound too. We usually see this symbol in our dictionary. But we don't make use of this symbol. And this is what would have changed our good speaking. And give us a good sound. Phonics. Alright? Now, this letter gives you the R sound. Usually, whenever you have letter O, it's an R sound. Not an O sound. So you don't say H-O-T is hot. You say what? Hot. Give me the hot water. Is the water hot? It's hot. It's too hot. Yes, I'm not to drink hot water at all. How about you? Alright, so you have OU giving you the R sound too. Usually these words that you have OU, you call it or you don't call it or, it's R sound. So you don't say no, it's still shout.
What is OU?
That is R sound. Take note. This is R sound. The sound that you call or is not or, it should be R. For instance, you say touch.
Loud.
Touch, Abi? Touch. It should be what? Touch. But the one you have out is still out sound. Shout is still shout. Mount is still mount. Fountain is still fountain. Is that taking place? But in the case where you call it awesome, it's not awesome. It should be awesome.
Touch.
As simple as that. So you say young.
Yeah.
It's not young even. It's young. Say young.
Yes.
Young man. Okay?
Yes, white.
Now, your white. Let's take note of this. It's another common error. It's another common error.
It's not you, it's you.
It's another common error. So are we together, please?
Yes,
you see, the reason why we need to write on the board makes it interesting, right?
Yes, sir.
I would have just come and spend 1 hour, give us examples and examples. Without on the board, it would be boring. But now we are finding it interesting, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, this is that, right? OU is awesome. Usually you call it awesome, but it should be awesome. Now, usually this one will change your speaking. This U, this letter U, we make a lot of bloomer with it. R sounds. The U sound is an R sound, as simple as it is. But usually we call it to be awesome. It's never an awesome. No English as that. British don't speak that way. American don't speak that way. So your use letter U is awesome. So you have CUT. You call it what to be what? Cat. You have CUP. You call it to be what? Cat. So you have MUD. You call it to be what? Mad. Mad water. Mad house. Do you live in a mad house? You live in a mad house? Do you live in a mad house?
No.
Do you live in a mad house?
No.
Who will live in a mad house? Okay, are we together? Can we see that it's changing our speaking now? What? P-U-T-Z. It's put. It's what we call short U sound.
Yes.
It's still put.
What do you call it?
It's in the area where you know where you should call this awesome. Where you call it to be awesome should be awesome. Period.
Sir, what if the spelling start with the U?
What?
If the spelling start with U like usual.
It's still you. You sound Joshua. It's not usual. It's Joshua. Joshua. Say Joshua.
Joshua or
Joshua. It's not usual. It's not usual. It's Joshua. Say not Joshua. Let's get the rule right now. This letter U, whenever it starts, your spelling is J sound. So you say Jew. So you don't say use, you say Jews. I just to come here. Now, this AL, when it ends, your spelling is U sound. And that's why we say Jushu. Jushu. Not Shua. Jushu.
This one is Jushu.
Yes, Jushu. I usually come here. I used to come here. Okay? So, Now, the rule says whenever you have AL ending your spelling is U sound. So you don't say local, but what? Local. Is that taking place? You say local. Is that taking? That is the rule. AL gives you the U sound. AL gives you the U sound here when it ends your spelling.
So this usual is usual.
Fine. Fine. So do we get the U sound now?
Yes.
Whenever you have your letter U in a spelling that you call it O sound, it's never an O sound. So one will ever be failing English calling your U to be O. And that's why oral English is repeatedly year by year in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria where you have oral English. You don't have that in Ghana. You don't need that. Okay.
S-U-N.
S-U-N, sun.
S-O-N is what?
Sun. But different meaning, same sound. Homophones. Is that taking place? They have the same sound but different meaning. When you are making your sentence, you know what to say. He's my son. How many sons do you have? I have 5 sons. You know when you are speaking, you know. The sun is hot. Oh, I can't go on the sun now. It's a sunset. You know when you are speaking. Alright? So we move to this one. Okay? Please, this one will really change our English. Let's take notes. Let's take notes and correct our words, our pupils. Okay? You don't say pupilo. Sorry. Don't say pupil. Don't say what? Pupilo. Okay? You say pupil. This is poo sound. That's why you say pencil. Abi?
Yes, pencil.
So this is poo. Pupil. This is my pupil. Alright? So we move to this one. You said, look at this one. This one is like S, but a longer S. We call that sound sh. Say sh. Everyone sh. Have you ever seen a flat tire? Or heard of a flat tire? The sound that it makes. That sound is this one. Okay? Alright, so whenever you have N together with the sh sound, you call it shin. Yeah, this is the sound. You call this sound this way. Or what? This is what? Shin. You can see the N is close to the sh sound. Look at your A. You can see now that is giving us an. Right? So you say shan. You say, look at this. It's the same thing here. Is that taking place? So shan, shin. So you rather choose whichever one you want to make as your sound. But I chose to be saying shin. Station. Motion. Attention. Everyone. Are we together, please? Yes, sir. But somebody might just love to be saying shan. That's an American English. Station. You know, about a station. But it sounds like Jamaica, right?
Excursion.
Excursion. Not called.
Excursion.
Gosh, shin. Alright, so are we together, please? Do we get this sound now?
Yes, sir.
Now it means that whenever you have T-I-O-N ending your spelling should be what? Shin or shan. So not only SH gives you the she sound, the TI gives you the she sound. That's what it means. This TI gives you sh. This is your and. Or you say in, shin or shan. Is that taking place? Good. Now let's look at this one. This is another common error we make. Okay, common error. This is chi. Whenever you have this T, you have long S, you call it chi. Now this is your A, so you call it cha. Is that taking? The sound is this, as. Do you get it now?
Yes, sir.
So never say chaw. No English as chaw.
Texture.
Good.
Texture.
Good.
Signature.
Signature. Okay?
Exposure.
Culture.
Future.
Exposure.
Future.
Good. Exposure. Future. Good. Wonderful English. Okay? Do we get it right now?
Yes, sir.
So good. Which one? Let's come here, please. Let's come here. Do we get this one? I said TH is never T sound. Don't call it T anymore. It's F sound. Okay? So all the sound that you have to be T sound is never T sound. It should be F sound. Okay? So you say smooth.
Smooth.
You don't say smooth.
Smooth. Smooth.
The surface is smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. Okay?
But you don't have to bite your tongue.
You don't need to bite your tongue. It's even when you call it tea, you bite your tongue.
Smooth.
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 But this time around, you say
Bite your tongue.
you don't need to open your mouth too much.
Yes.
Did you get it?
Smooth.
Okay, so which other word you have as TH? You say thief, you say thief, you say F.
What is F?
Front. F. The F you are sitting upon now. This F you are speaking is sitting upon. Not X. Okay, now what do you call this one? What do you call this one? What do you call it? The past of it is what?
X.
X. That's what you're telling me. This one is X? No. F. Okay? So we are done with that. Now, the TH as well, it gives you V sound. I mean, usually you call it to be what? D sound. It's not D sound. TW, WITH. You call it what? With. I mean, with. That's what you call it, Nigerian English. With. You should be what?
With.
You are still saying with.
That's what we call it in Nigeria.
It should be what? Nigerian English. With. Or with. Nigerian English. But it should be what? With. Or with. It's with me. I have it with
So what do
me.
you call WRATH?
W.
R.
what? WR. ATA. Okay, good. Rough. That's hunger. It's rough with me.
What's that?
It could be, oh dear, it's still
You
rough.
mean the TH up and the TH down can be used on any TH?
The
Or they
TH.
have specification?
Yes, this one is V sound. This one is F sound.
Sir.
In this area where you call this one rats, usually you might say what? Rat, right?
Yes,
so you know it should be F, rough.
What's
The guy's rough.
What's the difference between BATH and BATHE?
B,
ATH and BATHE.
B, A, T, H. Bath.
BATHE.
E now. Bath. It tends to V. Bath.
Which one is Baba?
Bathe. You call it bathe. This one bathe. Okay, this is bath.
This one
Now
is
you put it. Now you call it bathe.
Bathe.
Yeah.
The first one is Bab.
Bath. This is bathe.
Bathe. My babe.
Going bath. Okay. Are we together now? Now look at this one too. The letter Y is J sound. When letter Y is starting your spelling, you call it J. You don't say yam, you say jam. Give me some jam. I want to eat jams. Okay?
You
I want to eat jams.
Jams.
You want to eat jams. Y-A-M. Okay? Okay? Are you together?
What about you?
Okay, but it looks funny, but that's the right English. Don't you know that English is more funny than French?
Yes.
Yes. not the Jew for me.
Yes, we know Jew.
You know
It's Jew.
How a Jew?
What is a Jew?
How a Jew?
Y-O-U-R-S.
Y-O-U-R-S. Josh. Josh. It's Josh. It's mine. What's yours?
Y-O-U-R-S.
Joss.
But it could be jazz too.
Jazz.
Okay?
Jazz.
You know your O-U is awesome, right?
Yes.
So jazz. Yes? Yours? Is that okay? But for layman understanding, you say yours. It's your own, it's my own. Abi?
Yes,
Not your own.
What about TH80?
TH. Let's see that. TH80. Good. VAT ball. Yes. This one, usually you call it to be D. This one, you call it to be D. That's why I put D here. But it should be V. VAT car. VAT man. V ball. You said V ball. Is that taking place? V girl. VAT ball. VAT ball. Call VAT ball. Call VAT man.
What about THERE?
THERE. There. Are you there? Are you there?
Are you there?
Are you there? No. We don't learn that way. Yes, please. We are all instructors.
Please, after this, it is going to run up in the next 9 minutes.
Yes.
Because it started 9:30, then it's not at 10:30. We'll have another tutor waiting for us. Yeah. So we should.
The class will be stopping by 10:30.
Yes.
Check your time. If you have any reserve question, just write them down. You call it for me. Okay? Now it is time for question. I believe we have understood what is on the board. Should you are just joining us, please? Any instructor joining us can ask the colleague.
What about TH?
This is TH.
How can I call that?
This is
C-H-E. V. The boy is mad.
the boys.
The bag is mad.
The bag is mad.
Bring the bag. The bag. The bag. The ball.
Am I going to use the V sound or
V.
the F? Okay, the V.
This is the
Because usually you call it D. The one D should be V. The one T should be F. Period. Yes, sir. Okay, this one here.
The boy.
This one. Yes. Please, let's listen to his question. We might learn from it, okay? Can you go to him so that you hear him? Yeah. Keep talking. Please.
How can we differentiate that R sound and the short put you talked about that?
Differentiating the R sound with
short put. Because I told you how can we pronounce P-U-T.
P-U-T, put. Okay.
Put.
Okay.
So you said no, that P-U-T is short put.
Put sound, okay.
It's not the same as that.
Okay.
And amongst those.
Okay. Now, what you are asking is a relevant question. Because I did say the letter U gives us the R sound, and the same time the letter U gives us the U sound. Now, in this area where the letter U gives you the U sound, we are all familiar with them.
Yes.
There's no argument about that. But where you will need to change your letter U sound to be R sound is in this same regular mistake we make day by day as we speak Nigerian English. Whereby you have your letter U, you call it to be O sound. Okay? Your letter U, N-U-T, you said what? Nuts. You should be nuts. Granuts. Peanuts. Are we getting the point now?
Yes, sir.
So, it's in that area where you know. You just pay attention to people speaking. You now know what to say. Oh, this person, no. This is not what my instructor said. It should be this, rather. Are we getting it? So, it's as if you are learning to speak English now.
Yeah.
So, you need to think before you speak. By following the rule you have gotten. That your letter U should be awesome, not awesome. So, you don't longer say, you say what? Tapa. So you no longer say up by what? You know it's up. Why? Because your U is awesome. You see, the letter O is awesome, and that's why we say up. The letter O is awesome, that's why we say love. L-O-V-E. The letter O is awesome, that's why we say calm. Listen, this is how you get it. This is another rule we need to get right. You see, all the words that start with this one. This one. The word that start with C-O-M should be calm, should be can, contain, container, complete, complain. What are you complaining? Are we together? Why? Because the letter O is awesome, general. The same rule. Our time is, we have 3 minutes to go.
Sir, how can you pronounce V-O-T-E?
V-O-T-E, bold. It's still bold. We have what you call the O sound. We have the O sound. We have the O sound. So the G-O is still gold. That's the O sound, okay? It's not gold. It's not gold. Listen, it's not gold. Listen, it's not gold. As you usually say, it should be gold. Gold. Say gold. It means that you need to bring new sound out from after the O. So you say go. Where are you going? You see, it's as if you're forcing yourself to speak. Let's go. Yeah.
Please explain this last two. Yes.
C-O-M?
No. And that J with you and that
okay,
J
this one?
Yes.
Now, the rule says whenever you have letter U starting your spelling word, it gives you the J sound. Which is letter J, right?
Yes.
Letter J, as in? You say what? Juicing. No, hey, this is another rule we need to get right. This one is not in, no, it's ing. Someone say ing. Ing. This is G sound. This letter G, you call it G sound. Okay, so this is A itself. Then you put the G sound. You say ing. Is that it? Choosing. Fine. Choosing. Choosing my head. Choosing. Yeah. Yeah. So you say you don't say doing. You say doing. Yes, singing. Ing. You call it ing.
She's asking a question. She said, is it umbrella or
That is a very relevant question. Now let's listen. Let's pay attention. It could never be Jubrella.
That is umbrella.
Listen, it could never be Jubrella, and it could never be umbrella. That is Nigerian English. Mind you? And what? Umbrella.
So, sir, this, now, if I want to say unsettled, instead of unsettled, I should unsettled.
What do you answer to and? And that's why you say uncle.
Unusual.
You don't say oh.
Unusual.
Language.
Unusual.
Unusual. But for the never understand, they say unusual.
Do you like jam? Do you like jam?
Please, we will never let you away. cracking jokes. We are transitioning to the upcoming children. They will learn from us.
What about you?
When they get back home, they will speak good English. When they hear people speaking wrong English, they will correct them. And that's why we are here today. Please.
What about
Our time is up. Our time is up. Yes, truth. Okay? Yes, TH. Epson. He gave us a very relevant example too. He gave us a relevant example. Someone called this one. We bring to the class. Someone should call this one down. It should be what? It should be what? Listen to her. It should be what?
No, I want to. Okay, juice.
The seminar is over. Do we really enjoy this class today? Well, if we still love this class, we can call back for it again. Thank you very much for your maximum attention.